Hey everyone, it's Alyssa from Planet Alyssa, and I'm here with this week's What I Sold on Etsy video. It wasn't a week where I met my sales goal, but it was still a good week for me. I'm fighting the sun here, trying to stay out of it so I don't get washed away. I sold 12 items this week for a total of $121.50. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. I have certainly not done much at all with the shop this week because I've just been busy with some other things. And, what happened was I took some time to work on a project over the weekend. And so whenever I give up a day, I just feel like I'm spending the rest of the week playing catch up. So it's been that kind of week. And I have like 1,000,001 things I have to do today. And I don't know if I'm going to get them all done, but we'll see. But one of the things I have to do is finish this video. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the different items that I sold. Keep in mind the prices that you see are just the sales price of the item. So that doesn't include the shipping fees paid by the buyer and doesn't include the fees that I paid to Etsy or fees I paid to purchase each item. But here is what I sold this week. The first sale this week was this ceramic planter with a very cute pink poodle on it. I think it's a poodle. Could be a lamb. I'm not really sure. I described it as a poodle. Anyway, it sold for $16. I think I picked this one up in a lot at an auction. This was my only clearance sale this week. This was something that I put in the clearance section of my shop. It's a vintage Bell & Howell electric eye camera, untested condition. I had this listed at $25, had it listed for a while, it hadn't sold, so I marked it down half price to $12.50 and put it in the clearance section, and it did sell. I think this came from an auction as well. And not everything that I sold this week came from an auction, but these did as well. This is a mini Mississippi pennant, a souvenir pennant, tiny sized one. Now, I sold two of these because I had two of them available. So I sold both, so for a total of $16, but they were $8 a piece. And this is something that came from a rummage sale. It's actually something I didn't intentionally purchase. It's a thread cutter ring made by Clover. Sold it for $6. And, you wear it on your finger and it has that little blade there so you can easily cut your thread as you're sewing. Probably very helpful for hand sewing. I know if you're sewing with a sewing machine, you usually have a cutter right on the machine. But anyway, I picked this up with those spools that I sold last week. They were with the spools in the thread case, and I decided to list this and sell it. I mean, it wasn't worth too much money, but I made a few bucks on it. And this also came from a rummage sale. This is a vintage plush, what can I think? Care Bear. I think this is Good Luck Bear. So St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Or anyone that needs some good luck. He sold for $15. This is a good size one. I want to say maybe 12 inches or so. The size for it. And like that thread cutter ring, this is another inadvertent purchase. I sold this for $5. It's a vintage Mardi Gras coin. I think this is from the 1980s. Mardi Gras is coming up. 1987. What was I going to say? Oh, this is something that was in a toy cash register that I bought. It had 3 Mardi Gras coins in it. So, I decided to list them and see if they would sell. This is the second one I've sold, so I still got 1 coin available. And this is a set of salt and pepper shakers. These came from a rummage sale. They sold for $10. These were Royal Worcester Evesham M, I think was the pattern. Not a super rare pattern and not super old either. I'm thinking 1980s on this. And so they weren't worth a ton of money, but I had 10 bucks for them. And these were my only international sale of the week. These were going off to Canada. This is a cut and sew fabric panel, sold for $12. It's a Daisy Kingdom brand panel, and it's to make, like a new baby. I think it's like a door cover. And so you could personalize it with the baby's information. You could have, whether it's a boy or it's a girl type of thing. So pretty cute. I think this came from a thrift store, but I don't remember. And I sold this little brag book this week. This one sold for $5. I don't remember where I picked this one up either.
And I sold this postcard from Kingman, Arizona, sold for $8. This was, I guess, an Air Force base during World War II. And this was like a World War II era thing. It actually, this one was not blank on the reverse. It did have writing, from an airman, I guess, to his parents, I believe. So kind of cool, a little piece of history there. And did I say this sold for $8? That's what it sold for. I do not remember where I got this. This is a printed metal souvenir cup from Arizona. It sold for $10. It has a cool Roadrunner illustration on it there. And this is something that I picked up at a thrift store. And the final item this week also came from a thrift store. In fact, the same thrift store. This sold for $6. This is a vintage souvenir postcard booklet. This is from Youngstown, Ohio. And I think if you watched some of my videos recently, you know I had some from Toledo that I'd sold. Well, this one's from Youngstown. I have a few more of these available because I picked up new, unused, vintage ones at a thrift store in quantity. They had quite a few of them.
So that is everything that I sold this week on Etsy. Happy with my sales, hoping that next week is even better. Did have some sun today, so one of the things on my to-do list today was to take some pictures so I can actually list some new things, and so hopefully I'll get some new items listed soon. But in the meantime, I hope you guys all are doing well, selling lots of stuff on Etsy or wherever you sell items, and I hope you have a great weekend, and happy selling, everyone!